boys and girls. Thanks. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Puppy magic. Touch the noise out, please. Hi. Oh, hello. You're a lap dog, aren't you? My little protecto dog. Are you a bird? Can you not build a nest up there, please? Thanks. Oh, thanks, though. Yeah. Thanks. Puppy jitsu. You want a good puppy hat? You got puppy jitsu going on. You don't have much more time when we finished. Oh. Okay, 1 point to you. We're point finding, are we? That's a little bit ridiculous. Okay, stop. Stop. Collaborate and listen. Puppies are back. Enough. That's all. Okay, go play. Go play. Baby dog, do you want to come over here? They're going to jump on you otherwise. Neptune. Good boy. You're like a turtle on your back, are you? You're right in the middle of the couch. Alright. Cody dog. Been good? Good bender. Good boys and girls. I don't lick your hair, you don't lick mine. How's that for a deal? All face, actually. Or I don't even lick your hands. We'll pause. Cut the noise out, please. Mr. Fox, Casper, come here. Casper. See what you're encouraging? Come here, Casper. Mr. Fox, come here. Now, just there. Stop. Sit. Wait. Thanks, Cody. Sit. Sit. Lay down. Wait. Cody, can you sit? Wait. Over here. So now, one more chance. Casper, come here. Casper, Mr. Fox, come here. Stop, sit. Thank you. Wait. Settle. Wait. Settle. So just to give waiting him a bit of a relax, chill out, settle down, thanks, mode. Hello. So this leads clip to underneath the couch. I'm not going to let him get to the full end of it straight away, because otherwise it'll be playing tug of war, so I'm just sort of hanging on to halfway. Now this is with an anxious dog, neurotic, not paying attention. Another one behind me doing the same. That one probably. Can you come here? If I'm not telling him what I want, he's going to keep doing this. So I had some people from different rescues all over the place mention about neurotic dogs or anxious or cautious or worried. Stop. Sit. Relax. So if they won't sit, don't push them down on their butt. If you know the dog, you really, even if you don't know the dog, you really don't want to have them face to face without having your hand or something near there just for biting. But if they know your dog, if you know the dog and all that sort of stuff, I put 2 fingers in the collar, and then when they won't sit, so I'll get him to stand up. Come here. Thanks. Thanks. So then I put 2 fingers in the collar and run my hand around the back. So it's just down the back and under his tail, instead of pushing on their back. So once you've got them to sit, so a really anxious dog or ones that you don't know what they want, now little ear scratches are good. When they don't know what they want, things along those lines. We'll go the other side, Hank. You need to give them a direction. So you need to be able to, if your dog's going to run away or it goes out and wants to interact or it sees something and it starts to freak out. Come here. Stop. Or it's really hypo. They need to know what you want them to do. So, Mr. Casper, lay down. Thank you. Stay. Good, lay down. So, ultimately I should have another toy here or something for him to do, but you don't have to. It's just giving them something so they know when they're being anxious, when they're being scared, when they're running away. If they're on a lead, this one's 3 meters, but realistically if you're out in the backyard, just get a really long bit of rope. If they shoot, wait, stop, lay down, or go to, what's your timeout word? Alaska. Lay down, or go to Alaska. So that's his reset word, or his naughty timeout word. If he doesn't do what I asked then, you stay, and he's ignoring me and all that sort of stuff, which is fine, okay. He's doing what we wanted. So if he doesn't lay down there, he'd go off and be put into, do you want to go to Alaska? Or do you want to come here? Oh, good, come here. Oh, very good decision, yeah. So, and then if Alaska's for him, if his reset spot, so you put him back in there, remind him, and I'd just say in that situation, if I ask you to come, or I ask you to lay down, or I ask you to stay, or I ask you to do whatever, if you don't stay, if you don't lay down, you'll go to Alaska. Or you'll go to whatever, the box timeout. If you say timeout, or these other sort of words like no, or don't all the time, I do say leave it, but there's only 2 really important things, and one, which is come every time, and that's leaving it anyway. Good gear. So basically if your dog will come to you every time, and it's going to leave the other object, so we'll just break it down into the 2 of leave it is really important. So if they'll leave it every time and then come back, even though they've got the sookie pants on, hello. Yeah. So the reason why he doesn't gentle, very good, gentle, thank you. Reason why they were a bit cautious, they had a snap at each other yesterday over toys, because there's another new dog here. Oh, he's over in reset spot at the moment, he'll come out soon. But there's another different toys here and stuff, and I wasn't paying attention because I was looking at him. This one, I haven't put enough energy into getting him to relax and telling him what I want, like now, to chill out instead of being hyper all the time. And Lulu's really good. She's a pretty tolerant 99.99% of the time. So it would have been his fault, but they both went into their reset spots. So when I ask him now, if I ask her to, can you hop up there? Do you want to come here? Or do you want to go to Alaska, or do you want to come here? Yeah, good decision. So he's a little bit cautious. He's got a little bit of a sore eye there. That's why he wouldn't come straight away just then. Now, he wasn't doing a lot of licks. His ears, there's a left and right bias in the there's a left and the right side of the dog that gets used for different brain functions. So if their tail's wagging more to the left, not every single time, but under high stress or when there's just pay attention to your dog. The left ear is different reactions and different responses to the right ear, the different way they lick with their tongue. Like there's the 4 licks, the one really quick one when they're scared that they want to interact, one that goes up over their nose when they want to interact and they're a bit more confident, one that goes over their whiskers when they're really trying but they're worried and they're trying to reduce. It's an interaction intention. Same as when their tail's straight in the air, means beware. When their tail's straight out behind them, means they're busy. So if you have a look when they shake from head to tail, that means they're over the last event. If you have a look at all of these body languages and behaviours, you've also got to understand that, like him, there's a couple of quick licks there anyway, but like him, when I asked him to come with Lulu there, he didn't really come over to me, and he was being anxious, and all I wanted him to do was lay down or sit down. Well, lay down is what I said. Good boy. And when he wouldn't come closer, instead of me getting upset or threatening him to go straight to his reset spot, very good. So there's 4 or 5 types of yawn. That's an appeasement gesture or interaction intention, what they want. He's sort of going to be doing it to try to sneak away in a second. When their tongue's out, curling, sometimes you'll hear a high-pitched noise like that, whether they want something or whether they're, as I said, reducing stress. If their tongue's out when dogs fight, they don't bite their tongue. So if their tongue's out, it's like a flag, similar to their tail being a flag. In the air means beware, stop moving. So when he's interacting, if some of these body languages and the whites of the eyes or the lack of the tongue, when there's no licking, that's what's really important. When the tail stops moving, that's what's really important. But also when the mouth's open, people might think, oh, he's fine, he's settled. He's just hot and he's stressed because he's a brick his own. Come here. Come here. Don't go. Very good. So, you ready? That was very good. Good chilling out. So when your dog's stressed or anxious and things like that, give them something else to do. Put yourself in a position where you're a little bit lower to the ground if you know the dog, once again. Not so, go play, go play. Give them a release word so that they know that when you're finished and he doesn't have to stay there. Mine's just go play or free or whatever. Who's next? Do you want to come up here? How you doing? A cuddle dog. You are a cuddle dog. Yeah, so this is my security protecto dog. Thanks. Pawing, there's another one. That's it. There's 4 or 5 different types. Well, there's 4 reasons that I know of types of pawing, and a few variations within breeds. But generally, they want something. It's a matter of if they just put their paw out to you. Would you like to be my friend? They keep putting their paw on you. You are my friend, or come and do this. And then they keep doing it over and over. So I want to be a friend. I want to be a friend. Are we friends? Can we do this? Can we do this? They're a bit insecure when they do it. And a lot of dogs don't like their paws having a hand on it. Things like this, because it's a little bit of a lack of control. When you really, as I said, this is my protecto dog, so he's a little bit different than the other ones. I'll show you hanging onto their paws in a minute. But he's allowed to, it's not bite as in be cranky, it's allowed to wrestle. So it's exactly the same as when you've got, I'll show some other videos of Montana and I wrestling, but it's a matter of they need to learn how hard they can bite, how much resistance a human's needed to get them to stop. So when you're playing and play wrestling, that's the same sort of thing as with police dogs or security dogs, and they end up with padding and the dogs go a little bit harder. His is just a very soft bite. But all dogs, whether they're trained or not, whether they're anxious or not, can bite. Chihuahuas crush bone, just the same as Great Danes, different size bones, yeah, but they crush bone. So they have the ability to restrict their bite, and when you've got a really anxious dog that doesn't know what it's doing, and if they snap towards you, or if they growl at other things, you've got to acknowledge that wasn't a full-blown attack. And when people say, oh, that they stopped it, after working with true aggression, 28,000 dogs stopped counting, but there's only 15 that were truly aggressive that I saw, and I only work with ones that other people consider unfixable. It's a matter of they've got intent and an ability to be able to switch off or switch on. Now, whether or not, like, you've been insecure, are you? You want to do stuff, well, don't paw me again and see what happens. So once he moves his paw, he's going to have the option of, if you leave this there, or you can go. His name's Banjo, and there's a poet in Australia called Banjo Patterson. But Banjo Patterson, I'll leave it. Thanks. So once they've got into that situation of where the dog's being reactive, or they're learning to use their teeth, or they're not displaying the body language or things along those lines, with your highly anxious dog, if they snap at something or growl at something, that's not necessarily bad. They're telling you that worries them. Acknowledge it, and they still need to go and have other things to fix it. But it's not really the worst thing in the world. If they went over and they bit, and there's more than 4 holes, more than twice in another dog, that needs assistance, definitely, urgently. All of it needs assistance. But it's the intent of the animal. So if there's only 1 hole, or 2 holes on one side, or they've got a bite and there's no crushing or things like this, or there's just a little hole here, well, they crush bone and they got 4 teeth and they can hit multiple times. So if they really had intent, or when they're anxious, if they snap towards you and they don't get you, that's not an accident. Yes, we can move and we can move ourselves, but then why wouldn't they continue snapping? It's their choice. So that working with highly anxious, okay, can you move? Good boy.